PDP in turmoil. Wike Turaki factions clash as crisis deepens. 2027 race heats up. NDC intensifies mobilization. Welcomes Obi, Kwankwaso, others. PDP in turmoil. Wike Turaki factions clash as crisis deepens.
Let me dare them. Open office anywhere in Abuja. You don't do secretariat in your bedroom. You don't do it in your parlor. If you say you're a party, go and put sign PDP National Secretariat. Just like we're occupying Wadata. If you are saying that you want to sell form, to who? You will submit it to where? Is that not fraud? You know that the judgment, you went to court. We didn't go to court. You went to court and court gave judgment against you. You have not even stated the execution of that judgment. You've not set aside that judgment. And you're not coming to deceive people.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to your political update. Tonight, we're diving into the growing storm Arabic Dal Arabic Alif Arabic Het Arabiclam the People's Democratic Party, a crisis that is once again exposing deep cracks within Nigeria's main opposition force. At the center of this unfolding drama are two powerful figures, Nyesom Wike, a dominant voice in the party, and a faction reportedly aligned with Kabiru Tanimu Turaki. Now, here's what's happening. Tensions have escalated into a full-blown war of words between both camps, with each side accusing the other of trying to hijack the future of the PDP. What started as internal disagreements has now become a public confrontation, one that could shape the party's direction heading into the next election cycle. Wike's camp is not holding back. Supporters of the former Rivers governor argue that certain elements within the party are attempting to marginalize key stakeholders, especially those who played critical roles in recent elections. They insist that loyalty, contribution, and political strength must be respected if the party hopes to survive. On the other side, the Turaki-aligned faction is pushing a different narrative. They are calling for reforms, deep structural changes they believe are necessary to reposition the PDP as a credible alternative to the ruling government. According to them, the party cannot move forward unless it addresses internal imbalances and restores discipline. So, what we're seeing is more than just a disagreement. This is a battle over control, influence, and the soul of the party. And if you've been following Nigerian politics, this isn't new. Since the 2023 general elections, the PDP has struggled to maintain unity. Internal disputes, leadership questions, and unresolved grievances have continued to weaken the party from within. But this latest clash feels different. Why? Because it involves some of the most influential figures in the party. People with strong political structures, loyal supporters, and the ability to sway outcomes. Let's break it down further. Wike remains one of the most powerful political operators in Nigeria. Even outside elected office, his influence is undeniable. His allies span across states and his voice carries weight in major party decisions. So when his camp speaks, the party listens, or at least it should. But the emergence of a counterforce like the Turaki-led bloc suggests that not everyone is willing to fall in line. Instead, we're seeing a pushback, a demand for a new direction, and that's where the real tension lies. Is the PDP going to remain under the influence of its established power brokers, or is it heading toward a restructuring that could shift the balance of power? Political analysts say this moment is critical. If the party fails to manage this crisis, the consequences could be severe. A divided opposition often struggles to challenge a ruling party effectively. And in a country like Nigeria, where political alliances can change rapidly, internal unity is everything. There's also the issue of public perception. For many Nigerians, the PDP is supposed to be a strong alternative, a party capable of holding the government accountable and offering a different vision. But constant infighting sends a different message. It raises doubts, it creates uncertainty, and it could push voters to look elsewhere. Now, the big question is, what happens next? Will party leaders step in to mediate and restore peace? Or will this conflict escalate even further? History tells us that unresolved disputes within political parties don't just disappear. They either get resolved through negotiation or they lead to fragmentation. And fragmentation, as we've seen before, can be costly. As we look ahead to future elections, the stakes couldn't be higher. The PDP needs unity, it needs clarity, and most importantly, it needs leadership that can bring all factions together under one common goal. But right now, goal seems far away. Instead, what we're witnessing is a party at a crossroads, torn between competing interests, struggling to define its path forward. For Nigerians watching closely, one thing is clear: the outcome of this crisis could reshape the opposition landscape in the country. And in politics, timing is everything. If the PDP doesn't act fast, this internal battle could turn into a long-term setback, one that affects not just the party but the broader democratic process. 2027 race heats up. NDC intensifies mobilization, welcomes Obai, Kwankwaso, others.
Thank you very much. And all of you, the supporters, all of you who came to encourage and support them, the Prof, Tunde, and the Honorable, and all of you who are here, we thank all of you for coming. Please, this support and solidarity that you have shown to them should not end this evening. You should work with them and take the gospel of NDC back to your states, because all politics is local. Go there and plant and water and nurture.
That is what happened, and I say, yes, the insecurity in our dear nation is mind-boggling. The corruption in our country is nothing to write home about. It is a cancer that needs total eradication. People are being killed. It is as if it's just a norm.
I need the youth of this nation to get up. I want to talk to the youth of this nation. To those of you who are from Yoruba land, and I want to say this statement, I know I'm speaking in English to the nation. What is Jenyimaye already? They don't chop you, chop your generation join.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to your political update. Nigeria's political landscape is shifting rapidly as a rising coalition, the National Democratic Coalition, steps up its mobilization efforts ahead of the highly anticipated 2027 general elections. In a move that is already sending shockwaves across the country, key political heavyweights, including Peter Obi and Rabiu Musa Kwankwaso, are reportedly aligning with the coalition, alongside a wave of new defectors from major parties. Now, let's break this down. The NDC, which has been quietly building momentum, is now taking bold steps to position itself as a formidable political force. With intensified grassroots mobilization, strategic alliances, and high-profile defections, the coalition appears determined to challenge the dominance of established parties. The inclusion of Peter Obi is particularly significant. Known for his strong youth following and reform-driven message, Obi's presence could energize a large segment of the electorate, especially young voters who are eager for change. Then there's Rabiu Musa Kwankwaso. A seasoned political figure with deep roots in northern Nigeria, Kwankwaso brings with him a loyal support base and a well-established political structure. His involvement signals that the NDC is not just building momentum, but building balance across regions. And it doesn't stop there. Sources indicate that more politicians, lawmakers, and influential stakeholders are considering defection as dissatisfaction grows within existing party structures. This wave of movement suggests a broader realignment that could redefine Nigeria's political map. So, what's driving this sudden surge? Analysts point to a mix of factors. First, internal crises within major parties, particularly the People's Democratic Party and the ruling All Progressives Congress, have created openings for alternative platforms to emerge. Second, there is a growing demand among Nigerians for fresh leadership, new ideas, and a break from traditional political patterns. And third, the approach of the 2027 elections is accelerating political calculations, forcing leaders to rethink their alliances and strategies. But while the momentum is building, challenges remain. Can the NDC sustain this coalition? Can it manage the ambitions of powerful political figures under one umbrella? And most importantly, can it translate this growing support into electoral success? Because history has shown that forming a coalition is one thing, keeping it together is another. There's also the question of structure. Unlike long-established parties, newer coalitions often struggle with coordination, funding, and nationwide organization. To truly compete, the NDC will need to build a strong and unified framework across all regions. Still, the signs are hard to ignore. Nigeria may be witnessing the early stages of a major political realignment, one that could reshape the 2027 elections in ways few expected. For voters, this could mean more choices. For political parties, it means more competition. And for the country, it could mark the beginning of a new chapter in its democratic journey. As the countdown to 2027 continues, all eyes will be on how this coalition evolves, and whether it can turn momentum into a movement powerful enough to challenge the status quo. And that's all for today on Top Accolade News Nigeria. your trusted source for real stories, real voices, and real impact across the nation.